But what you were saying about the immigration thing reminded me of this. I saw a Fox News poll that came out today, about Harris and the Sunbelt states, and it's looking pretty good. As Harris is combined is up by 1. In Arizona, she's up by 1. Georgia, which is not a Sunbelt state, that's weird.
Yeah, that was my first thought. That I was like, Georgia and North Carolina are not Sunbelt states.
Yeah, I don't know why they're listed here, but whatever. But just say swing states if you're going to do this. But Georgia up by 2, which is huge. Nevada up by 2, and in North Carolina, she's down by 1. And I saw a breakdown of what people think or who they trust, Trump or Harris. For uniting the country, Harris. I want to talk to those 44% who think Donald Trump is the best option for uniting the country. I've got to know what is on their minds and how they think that could possibly be.
Teacher, I saw a poll today that said 10% of people think that Trump is far left.
Okay.
Like, what does that mean? Who is that people?
Okay.
Like, did they just select the wrong? 10% of people couldn't know how to answer this poll.
Man, it's like I saw a poll once that said something like 8% or 12% of people think the sun revolves around the earth. I was like, man, what the fuck? What is going on here? I was just depressing. Fighting people like you, Harris, bringing changes, Harris. Immigration and border, 57% Trump. And yeah, that's not changing anytime. So you're not going to outflank the Republicans on the we are the tough border people thing. You're not going to peel people away. Like, certainly not in August. It's too late for that. That ship has sailed. The economy, amazingly, like Trump, 53%. It bugs me so much that Republicans still to this day get crowned the economically responsible party. It's insanity that's still what's going on. Israel and Hamas, 52% Trump. Healthcare, 54% Harris, and abortion, 58% Harris. The abortion one is the highest one on here, and it's going to be the most important one in the election. So yeah, it's smooth sailing for her as long as she keeps her head on straight and does decent in these debates.
And that's the thing with the immigration thing that I'm just like, I don't know, holding out hope beyond hope that she does plan to pivot away. Because like she is stuck in a difficult position where Republicans have built a relatively successful, an extremely successful propaganda campaign.
Yeah.
Attacking Joe Biden for immigration, and it's fucking worked. And she doesn't have time to change people's minds about that.
No.
So she kind of has to be tough on immigration. The thing is, and what you just pointed out, you're never going to beat the Republicans at this game.
Never.
You're never going to be tougher than them. It's not going to happen. There's too many racists in that party. You're not going to out-racist them. They're much better at this than us. And so why not just be the alternative? Why not present a new pathway? I have liked what the Democrats have done a lot under Kamala Harris in rebranding freedom. Mm-hmm. And there were several points. I think Walsh mentioned this in his speech. There's been a couple Democrats who have said it, where it's like, we are presenting an alternate plan for America. Like, this is our plan. And I think that messaging works. If you go, and they're doing it with labor, and this is the other point about the DNC that I thought was very interesting. They have become the Labor Party.
They're doing a really good job with that. Yep.
Very much. And if you look at, because you're like, oh, you have to like not get farther left during the election. They have gotten farther left on labor, TJ. Like, and Joe Biden has been pretty darn good. Like, all of our criticism aside, he has surprisingly done really well with the NLBR. He has done many good things that are pro-labor. You see people like Sean Fain coming into the Democratic Party as a major spokesperson because of this. And they are really pushing the labor envelope. And you see the success that it's having. I saw a poll today that showed that disapproval of labor unions is the lowest it's been in like 60 years. And this is because we now have a party who is pushing this. We have people who are championing labor rights and unions in the public eye. And it works, especially when the other party is controlled by a fucking billionaire who has had many bad disputes with labor organizations. And so it works when you differentiate and set your own path. What doesn't work is just, hey, we're going to do what the Republicans are doing, but we're going to do it slightly better than them. Like that doesn't work. No one buys that. And so you just end up with this negative feedback loop where you have to keep moving right on the fucking fascist goddamn draconian issue. And it really sucks that I guess I can just say I hope that Kamala knows that and will learn the lesson, but I don't know. I don't know, TJ.
Yeah, so with the moving left, like I would say it's a good idea to move hard on labor unions, because it's hard to argue against labor unions, because they're terrible. Every argument that people put forth, and there's no way you can say labor unions are bad without sounding like you're shilling for the boss and for owners. And so that's a good one. Child tax credits is also another good one where you could move to the left. And but I do understand the reticence on a lot of issues, because as human beings in general, we fear our losses more than we should. And Harris has a strong last month, or only month. She's had a really strong only month, and she doesn't want to do anything to upset that apple cart and not take any risks. I can kind of understand that, but you ought to be smart too. And so, I don't know, the Palestine thing, she kind of just stayed a neutral-ish on that in her speech and everything. And so, yeah, it's difficult. It's because
TJ, speaking of Palestine, we're gonna have a war.
Oh, yeah. So I have one of the topics for yesterday, or for tomorrow, I wrote down was the West Bank. So yeah, we got to talk about that.
I no longer really know what's gonna happen, TJ. Like, I think that Netanyahu wants a war with Iran because he wants Trump to win, and it's his only way of staying in power. And I think Biden really needs to fucking cut bait, because it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know, TJ. I don't know how it plays. It's the biggest uncertainty, and I know that foreign policy doesn't really play much effect in an election, but a currently escalating war would definitely play out in November, and I don't know how, but it's going to get really bad really fast if things don't change really quickly.
Yeah. Oh, we got to. Kyle says the reason why they won't pivot on immigration is because moderates really want to restrict immigration. The right won the border for now. Hopefully she doesn't put kids in cages. Yeah, we were just discussing that, Kyle. I don't know if you saw that earlier, but the right wing, over the last 4 years, has swayed public opinion against immigration in general, not just illegal immigration or undocumented immigration, but that they don't want it there at all.
Yeah. So I'm going to share this real quick. Hi,